France President Emmanuel Macron narrowly escaped what authorities are treating as a possible assassination attempt, after two powerful explosions rocked Syria's capital Damascus during his historic visit to the nation. Notably, the blast occurred near the Four Seasons Hotel where Macron had spent the previous night, sending thick plumes of smoke into the sky and triggering panic across the city. Fortunately, the French president had already left the hotel and was inside the Syrian presidential palace, holding high-level talks with Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara when the explosion took place. Notably, according to the French presidential office, Macron was completely safe and continued with his scheduled meetings despite the attack. And in a brief statement later, Macron emphasized that violence would not derail Syria's path towards peace, saying that nothing could smother the aspiration of Syrian women and men to live in a fully sovereign, safe, pluralistic and united Syria. He also confirmed that his visit would continue as planned. Well, Syrian authorities said that the explosions were caused by two explosive devices, and initial investigations indicate that one bomb had been hidden inside a garbage dumpster, while another was planted in a parked vehicle close to the Four Seasons Hotel. The blast tore through one of Damascus' busiest areas, leaving vehicles engulfed in flames and streets stained with blood. Videos circulating on social media showed thick black smoke rising above the city as emergency responders rushed to the scene. And according to Syria's Interior Ministry, at least 18 people were injured in the explosions, including 4 police officers. Officials have not confirmed any fatalities so far, and no terrorist organization or militant group has claimed responsibility for the attack. Security agencies have launched a massive investigation in order to identify all those behind the bombings and determine whether the attack specifically targeted the visiting French president. The incident is particularly significant because Emmanuel Macron has become the first major Western leader to visit Syria since President Ahmed al-Shara came to power after the fall of Bashar al-Assad. Macron's visit is being viewed as a landmark diplomatic movement that is aimed at rebuilding relations between Syria and Europe after years of civil war. Macron arrived in Damascus with a large economic delegation and was expected to sign several agreements with the Syrian government in order to support reconstruction efforts. France has also played an important role in encouraging European nations and the United States in order to ease sanctions on Syria, hoping to accelerate investment and rebuilding in the war-ravaged country. The attack also comes just days after another deadly bombing near Damascus' Justice Palace, where an explosion inside a cafe killed at least 10 people and injured more than 20 others. And all those incidents have raised fresh concerns about Syria's security despite the country's new leadership claiming significant improvements in the stability. President Ahmed al-Shara, who once led an armed insurgency that overthrew Bashar al-Assad in 2024, has been working to reshape Syria's international image. Although he has distanced himself from his past links to extremist groups and promised democratic reforms, his government continues to battle remnants of the IS terrorist network. Both the United States and Israel have also continued military operations against ISIS targets inside Syria, and the latest bombings now pose a major challenge to Syria's efforts to convince the international community that the country is becoming stable enough for diplomatic engagement and foreign investment. And well, investigators are examining CCTV footage, forensic evidence and intelligence inputs in order to determine who orchestrated the attack and whether the explosions were intended to target President Macron or simply disrupt his landmark visit. While Macron has continued his visit, and the incident highlights the fragile security situation that still exists in Syria, even as the country attempts to move beyond years of devastating conflict. And with no group claiming responsibility so far, authorities remain on high alert as the investigation into the matter continues. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.